Well, biodiversity is, bio meaning life, diversity meaning a variety, so it's the variety of life.
Discovering the multitudes of life and seeing how things are very interconnected while also being very different.
Helping the community for a bigger purpose.
It prevents us from being boring, and it also allows us to have a lot of beautiful things to look at.
There's a lot of things in this world that need changed, and a great way to start is by looking at all the individual pieces and putting them together and seeing how they make the picture whole.
The Biodiversity Project began in 2016 and is a collaboration between the University of Arizona's Women in Science and Engineering program, or WISE for short, as well as Saguaro National Park and the Arizona Sonora Desert Museum. So the Biodiversity Project really has two primary goals. The first is that we want to foster more diverse and inclusive environmental science communities. And we're doing that by expanding access to innovative environmental science educational opportunities for students and professional development opportunities for university level students. And the second goal is to really increase appreciation for our local environment and all of the really amazing biodiversity that exists here in Tucson and the Sonoran Desert more broadly. Those dual goals of fostering both human diversity and also an appreciation for ecological diversity is why we have the title, the Bio/Diversity Project.
And where are we right now?
We're at Saguaro National Park!
The park has been involved with biodiversity for a long time. We have this kind of stunning biological diversity in Saguaro National Park. And we're next to a very diverse city of almost 1 million people.
I love that it caters to demographics that are less represented in the STEM fields.
More than 50% of the community here is Latino, so it's always important to have that representation.
From just about any place you stand in the Tucson area, you can, whether it's from the backyard of your school or the backyard of your house, you can see Saguaro National Park. Despite that, when I go to classrooms and I ask kids to raise their hand if they've ever been to Saguaro National Park, very few kids, no matter where I go, have ever been to the park.
The program is structured to really draw on the diverse knowledge and expertise of the partner organizations and the collaborations we build across the university and in the community. So we currently have partnerships with over 13 different University of Arizona departments across 5 colleges, and these partnerships allow us to offer students internship credit for participation in the program so that it really aligns with their academic plan. The students receive training from the partner organizations on a wide variety of topics, including the science of biodiversity, effective science communication, plant and animal adaptations, and lesson planning. We then have them work with partner teachers from local K-12 schools to develop and implement place-based and culturally relevant environmental science lessons. Each semester, we have about 16 to 20 university students out in over 10 different schools, providing programming for about 750 K-12 students each week. The structure of the program both expands the types of science lessons offered in local schools, but also serves as a way to expose K-12 students to diverse role models and young people that they can see themselves as.
And so a lot of times they would just ask me about myself and stuff like that, and I think that that's important that they could relate to me. Like here at Hollinger, you have the bilingual program, and a lot of them was so cool how I speak Spanish and they speak Spanish, or oh, I have siblings and they have siblings, so part of them can see themselves relate to me, and then in thinking that oh, she says university, I can do stuff like that too.
One of the things that I think is so exciting about the Biodiversity Project is the impact that we really see it having on the university level students. So I hear over and over that not only do students learn a lot and gain a lot of respect for teachers and the importance of our educational system, but that they see themselves as scientists in a way that they hadn't previously seen themselves, because they're going in and serving as role models every week.
Teachers work hard, but you don't really realize just how hard they work. And I did probably 0.05% of what you do on a daily basis.
Your day was Tuesday, right? So it was Tuesday, Miss Christina's going to be here. It was the most exciting thing for them. They instantly connected with her, and she just brought such positive energy into the classroom.
I did not know that I needed to work on self-confidence until I worked with kids, and they just think you're cool for just existing.
So can anyone raise their hand and tell me what the 5 senses were that we learned today? Alexis?
Ears and mouth and nose and eyes.
And eyes, yes.
And tongue.
And taste, yeah. And touch. Great job. Alrighty, guys.
I think it's easier to see yourself as a scientist if, like, through little eyes. So, you know, they believe in you and they're listening to you and you have their attention, so it kind of reinforces that in yourself.
Just having that consistency of having one person visit us many times, just to build that relationship with the students. They know her, she knows them, she learned their names right away.
Making personal connections is really important because then you're invested in the same project, then you care about what the result is, so you're going to work harder, you're going to get excited to share your data.
So after university students participate in our internship program, we also really want to make sure that they have an opportunity to gain additional work experience to really enable them to enter the environmental science workforce. And we do that through partnerships with the Saguaro National Park and also the Desert Museum, where we help feed students into paid employment opportunities. So since the start of the program in 2016, nearly 20% of the students who have completed internships have moved into paid positions with one of the partner organizations. Not only does this provide students with an opportunity to really gain additional work experience, but it also provides the economic resources and opportunities that we know are necessary in order to facilitate more diverse environmental science communities.
Yeah, so my name is Lucas Otello. I actually work under resource management at Saguaro National Park as a Next Gen Ranger. I was planning on being a trauma surgeon, and how I got into this was actually seeing someone like myself, also from the Next Gen program, in this position, and that made me realize, hey, I could be that person too.
I think I'll end up being a teacher in some capacity. Any work I do where I'm not really engaging with kids, it always feels like something's missing. And I know that's super corny, but it's true. It's really fulfilling to see kids engage with concepts and get excited about something. And if I can be the person to help them get excited and believe in themselves, then I'm sold.
And I really liked teaching. Like, that's not something that I knew I liked before.
I mean, we're teaching these kids, but it feels like we leave knowing more.
They really notice how little things can make a big difference in the world.
1, 2, 3. Science!
So since this program started in 2016, we've really seen interest in it just continue to grow year after year. So every year we do an application for teachers to participate, and last year we had over 50 teachers apply for 11 spots, which was really exciting to see the teacher interest, but also really unfortunate that we don't have the capacity to include more teachers. And we see the same on the University of Arizona side, where every semester we have about twice as many students apply for the internship program than we can accommodate. So as we look forward into the future, we're really excited to think about how we can expand this program to really serve more University of Arizona students as well as K-12 students and partner teachers.